Hey guys, I'm Nigel Lou, I'm watching my latest video, so we're going to get straight into this one because I don't have a lot of time today because I've got stuff to do tonight. But anyway, we are going to be talking about why I think Batman is going to win in Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice. Now you're probably thinking, Louis, what you want about? Superman is like way more powerful than Batman. Superman can fly and shoot lasers from his eyes and move faster than a bullet, and he's the Man of Steel. What are you thinking? Well, I'm about to tell you 3 reasons why Batman is going to win. So the first reason why the Batman is going to win in this movie is the fact that he's more experienced in this movie. It's later in his career. He's already fought lots of these big sort of powerful supervillains. He's very experienced. He's fought the likes of the Joker. He's fought Killer Croc, Bane, Two-Face, Catwoman. You know, he's beat all these villains, Scarecrow, all of these different sort of test different parts of Batman's sort of ability, whether it's his mental side with people like the Riddler or his physical side with the likes of Bane, Killer Croc, and Ra's al Ghul, obviously the guy who's essentially a demon and also immortal pretty much. He's also beaten him, and I'm not too sure whether many of those characters are actually going to be in this universe. I think they probably will be. We've obviously already got the Joker. I mean, the Joker himself is just way above anything Superman's faced, and obviously the Superman that we're going to be seeing in this movie is early in his career. He's a very young Superman. He's not very experienced. He's not fought a lot of supervillains. The only real ones he's fought like what, 3 people from his home planet who probably have about the same strength as he does. Then none of them are actually better than him. So I think that's going to be a massive gap between the two fighters in this movie. I don't think it's going to go any other way apart from Batman winning. I really can't see it. And I mean, the second reason why is because this movie is going to be heavily based on the Dark Knight Returns comic, because in that it's set in sort of later in Batman's career. He's retired, Batman's not been seen for ages, and then villains and new things and new enemies and new problems for the world are emerging, and he has to come back, take back the mantle, become Batman again, and go out there and do what he does. And because of what happens in that movie, if you didn't know, basically Batman does fight Superman in The Dark Knight Returns, and Batman actually wins. Yes, with the help of an older Green Arrow, but that's something we could be seeing within the movie, or maybe they could replace them with someone else, because I know the likes of Cyborg and Wonder Woman are meant to be in this movie, and Aquaman, so you could easily replace it with one of them who helps Batman defeat Superman. And I just think they're really following the comics closer, because I'll have on-screen images that show side-by-side comparisons from the comic book and the new movie that's coming out, like the trailer from the trailers that we've seen, and also from the Dark Knight Returns animated movie, which is it's pretty much exactly the same as the comic, so it's just an exact replica of that, so that's a good way to sort of show it. So I'll be comparing both the comic book and the animated movie with what we've seen so far from Dawn of Justice, and just show how similar these two are. And I really think they're going to follow suit in that they're going to make Batman the win, because the way I see it, if Superman wins, Batman's probably going to die, and that's not something they want to do. But whereas Batman wins, he might not kill Superman. He doesn't actually kill Superman within the Dark Knight Returns comic book or animated movie, so it sort of points me to think that Batman's going to win but not kill Superman, but literally just cripple him enough for him to, not literally cripple him, but you know, just defeat him enough and humiliate him enough that he's just going to know not to mess with Batman anymore, not to go around destroying cities when he has fights. And then that's going to obviously lead to the formation of the Justice League. Obviously it's a little bit different in the Dark Knight Returns comic and animated movie, because the Justice League was already a thing. It's already sort of been together, and they obviously broke up and gone their separate ways, but they're going a little bit different way, which is good. It's always nice to see a bit of fresh stuff with some familiar comics related stuff, and you know, the background content that we are looking forward to see as comic book fans. And another reason why Batman is going to win is the fact that he has access to better technology, is more intelligent, and he knows how to formulate gadgets and stuff like that that's really going to help him. I mean, we've seen the Batman armour that he's going to be wearing, and I was very skeptical at first of this. I thought, no, what is going on? They've ruined Batman. But then after watching the Dark Knight Returns animated movie and reading some of the comics, I realised that it's actually really accurate, and it's the only way that Batman can really go toe to toe with Superman in a straight up fight. So I'm pleased to see that that's going to be making an appearance. And also the Batmobile used within Dawn of Justice, what we've seen from it from the trailers so far, is pretty close to the comic books and the animated movie, which is pretty great, because I love movies that I love comic book movies that go really close to the comics. Marvel have been great at doing this with their cinematic universe, but now DC are playing catch up, and I really think this is going to be a breakout movie for DC, because since the Dark Knight trilogy we haven't really had much, well, we haven't had anything good from DC in my opinion. Man of Steel was absolutely atrocious, so hopefully this movie can help them bring it back, and also Suicide Squad going with that is also going to help. But basically, it's been confirmed that there will be kryptonite in this universe now. It was originally said in the Man of Steel universe there'd be no kryptonite, but then they changed their mind, so they thought, you know what, why don't we do it? So they put it in. As you can see in the trailer right now, you see Lex Luthor with the glowing green crystals, and I think that Batman's going to definitely use that with the help of Lex Luthor, unknowingly that Lex Luthor has sort of an underlying plan for essentially dominating Metropolis, Gotham, and just the world in general, just taking over and being the maniac we know and love today. And you know, I really think that's going to be sort of a great plot point, because we as fans will know that Lex Luthor is evil, but maybe Bruce Wayne doesn't know at this point, because essentially he's probably just a scientist or sort of a businessman. It depends what direction they're going to take with it, but it does look pretty cool, and it does seem to look like in the trailer that Lex Luthor is going to be manipulating someone, probably Bruce Wayne, because he's saying stuff like gods don't come from the sky, and he's just trying to worm his mind into Batman. Anyway guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. That's my 3 reasons to why I think Batman is going to be Superman in Dawn of Justice. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. You know, let's get some discussions going between all my subscribers, because you know that's always good. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you enjoy my content in general. I do daily videos, all sorts of goodness, from geeky stuff to football to news to vlogs, so there's always something for people to watch. See you next time guys.